Today is November the 18th, 2017. And today I'm going to share with you some of my book that was released in 2009, 2008, 2009, which is a part of a series of books that I will be republishing and publishing a new book in 2018. Prayerfully, they all will be out before April. The Conscious Self-Health Care and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month, with April 30th being Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day. And so I'm going to share with you from the book. You can expect most of it to say the same because true information really never changes. It's always the same. It's just presented itself differently to you. I've updated this book, and I'm going to be sharing with you some more information that has become available since 2008, 2009, when this book was first put out. It is entitled Step Up Out of the Dark Ages of Healthcare, Reach Another Level of Wellness, Vibrant Living Through Living Consciously. At the time that this book was out, I went by the name of Khadijah Abdul-Malik. I am Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self-Healthcare educator, founder of the Arc of Self-Healing and Self-Help, Health Education for Longevity and Peace. My mother, Shirley Hardy, made a transition in 2014, and she was one of the main reasons why I wrote the book. My mother always said, if you want somebody to know something, put it in a book, write it down, and they will read it. When you're trying to talk to them, they cannot hear you because they are following their own beliefs and understanding. And I wanted to give my mother another perspective on healthcare. And she was also one of the individuals that had something to say on the back of the book. And this is what my mother had to say. Step up out of the dark ages of healthcare, clear, precise, and very informative. The contents of this book should have everyone renewing their way of living. Shirley R. Hardy. Another person that has something to say about this book that is no longer with us on planet Earth, just the energy of these individuals, is Brother Hardari Abdul Ali. And he says, by any means, read and study Dr. Khadijah Abdul-Malik's new book, Step Up Out of the Dark Ages of Healthcare, if you have any desire at all to improve your health and way of thinking. Dr. Khadijah's approach is holistic and designed to encourage the reader to take responsibility for improving one's health by a combination of strengthening the physical cells within the body, along with strengthening one's emotional and spiritual outlook. She has already inspired me to go green and eat raw foods and drink fresh juices. I believe she is on the cutting edge of a new health revolution that even health veterans can benefit from. Hardari Abdul Ali. And I was grateful to have Hardari to endorse this book. Even though he is no longer with us, he did improve his health greatly before he left planet Earth. So I'll start with the beginning. He is God, the creator, the maker, the giver of form. To him belongs the most beautiful names. Everything in heaven and earth glorifies him. He is almighty, the all-wise. The truth of life is consciousness. Always there's a disclaimer. And I do want to share with you one part of the disclaimer. Dr. Benjamin Rush, Surgeon General of George Washington Army and a signer of the Declaration of Independence, stated, unless we put medical freedom into the Constitution, the time will come when medicine will organize into an undercover dictatorship to restrict the arts of healing to one class of men, conventional orthodox treatment, and deny equal privileges to others. All such laws are un-American and despotic and have no place in a republic. The Constitution of this republic should make special provisions for medical freedom as well as religious freedom. And I dedicate this book to my family, my sister, my brother, my husband, and my children that are no longer with us, as well as to Dr. Samuel C. West, DNND, known as the father of process healing and the founder of the International Academy of Lymphology and author of the Golden 7+1. I'm going to share with you the table of contents so you know what to expect in the new book that's being released in 2018. Step Up Now, Mind Over Genes, the New Biology. The forward introduction, I Am Disease Mongering, Nutritional Supplement, Big Business Today. Who has a disease? The name of the disease means nothing anymore. Change your perspectives, the Creator's way or man's way. The art of lymphocyzing, cellular ecology. Break down a basic formula for death, life, and healing. The nutritional laws and trap plasma proteins. Who am I? My message is simple: conscious living through living consciously. Change your faith. Step up out of the dark ages of healthcare. The dream. The human body is an electrical being. Everything vibrates and nothing rests. Bioenergetics, Informational Healthcare System by NESHEALTH. I became a NESH practitioner in 2007, and here we are in 2017, and NESH is full-blown in production and changing the world through their bioenergetics and total wellness system. On page 67, we talk about our bodies need information, informational medicine. Remember, we're not just biochemical, we are electrical energy beings, more so than biochemical. Get on board the friendship train. And I also have resources and suggested readings about the author and the poem Say It Loud Through the Whisper. I'm known as the Whisper because I'm not going to talk real loud to you. I'm not going to force you to do anything. I'm going to share information with you to inspire you to change your way of caring. Because you see, we never was really taught health care. We only was taught how to prevent, not catch, or have a disease. And we need to change that way of thinking. So the preface to the book is what I'm going to share with you now. In the beginning, you had great health. How did you lose it? Or did you really lose it? This little book is about understanding the power of your words. Your words are seeds planted in your subconscious that bear fruit in the life the Creator wants and needs you to speak and plant His words in your subconscious mind and not complain about what you see in your life. Because if it is a complaint, then you are not living His words. You are living according to man's words, not the Creator's words. With His words planted in your subconscious, you will be living the life that He has created for you. I say change your world by changing your words. Speak the words of the life that you want, and you will have it. Conscious living through living consciously is the key to your success. Allow your natural connection to your Creator to flow through you as your well-being. It is about remembering who you really are so that you can get on with the business of positive creation. You have what you have, you experience what you experience, and your existence in this world is by right of your consciousness, your subconscious mind, and your self-conscious mind. All that you are is a result of all that you have thought, all that you have experienced. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. I love this particular song. I don't know who originally created it, but I learned it many years ago while attending Unity Church. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Take charge of what you are saying. Speak a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that the Creator is always there. There is no exception to the law of cause and effect. Start creating the life you want right now. Now is all there is. In the body, every cell is rejuvenated within the body and within a year. So what you think, what you experience, what you say, what you eat, your environment, all these things affect how your cells regenerate themselves. And so that's why you must always be in a harmonious, loving state of mind. And know that you are nature. You are one with nature. And that the divine creator, this energy, this force, this source of life that we call God, that we call Allah, Buddha, we may give it many, many names and prophets, but you are that great person as well. You know, the creator didn't create all things of living to be subjected to someone else. Everything has a right to live within and through their own self and their own being. And so that's why I'm so excited to share with you. The first page in the book was all about the biology of the new signs that was shared with us by Bruce Lipton. And so I'm going to share that with you. And I'm going to flip through the book and just see what allows me to share with you today through the energy and the vibration of myself. And so I thank you for taking the opportunity to actually listen to this video recording. And you can always connect with me. I'm going to share with you all the ways that you can connect with me before I close out this video today. I'm not going to make it too long. It's a part of the Conscious Self-Healthcare Hour. That is a group that I have on Facebook, Conscious Self-Care Hour, that group. And we share information to help us stay attuned to our conscious self, to pay attention, to be aware of the things that we're seeing and that we're doing. And are we creating that match in which we say that we want in our life? Mind Over Genes was an article that Bruce Lipton put out. And I'm going to share with him what he has to say. And I want you to really listen and take heed, because this is where a lot of people are stuck in this old paradigm of disease thinking that they have us in. And you can always raise yourself from that vibration with new information if you so choose, if you're not afraid and you don't have fear to take care and have responsibility for your own health. And so, here we go. Bruce Lipton states in his paper, Mind Over Genes, the New Biology, that each individual needs to consider changing their perspective, that the human body is a biochemical machine programmed by its genes. One more time. Bruce Lipton stated in his paper, Mind Over Genes, the New Biology, that each individual needs to consider changing their perspective, that the human body is a biochemical machine programmed by its genes. Until recently, it was thought that genes were self-actualizing, that genes could turn themselves on and off. A radical new understanding has emerged at the leading edge of cell science. It is now recognized that the environment, and more specifically, our perception, interpretation of the environment, directly controls the activity of our genes. This new perspective of human biology does not view the body as just a mechanical device, but rather incorporates the role of mind and spirit. This breakthrough in biology is fundamentally in all health and all healing, for it recognizes that when we change our perception, our beliefs, we send totally different messages to our cells and reprogram their expression. The new biology reveals why people can have spontaneous remissions or recover from injuries deemed to be permanent disability. So genes just don't turn themselves on and off. We are not a victim to our genes. We are more than a biochemical machine programmed by our genes. We are more than that. We're greater than that. We sharing with you that it is now recognized that the environment, and more specifically our perception, interpretation of the environment, directly controls the activity of our genes. This breakthrough in biology is fundamental in all healing, for it recognizes that when we change our perception, our beliefs, we send totally different messages to our cells and they reprogram their expression. So if you were told that and can inherit something, you have the genes of your parents, you have to express that in order to have that manifest in your life. You have to believe that. Like I once believed at a very young age, 13, 14, all the way through probably about 20, that I will die, that I would die early in life because I had the genes that would give me kidney disease. And so I lived a fearful life, and I had to change my own thinking and my own understanding in order not to allow that to manifest in my life. And that was one of the things that I did at a very young age. And that's why I am who I am now, a conscious self-healthcare educator, because that is truly the foundation to creating the environment in your life and in your body that you wish to have. The functioning units of life are the individual cells that comprise our bodies. You know, we always talk about cell life, but we have to remember that every cell in our body creates the human being that you see, that you're walking around in. So we are our cells. We are a big battery that is powered by every cell within our body. So the functioning units of life are the individual cells that comprise our bodies. Through every cell is innately intelligent and can survive on its own when removed from the body. In the body, each cell forgoes its individuality and becomes a member of a multicultural community. And the community has one goal. The body really represents the cooperative efforts of a community, or perhaps they say 50 trillion single cells. By definition, a community is an organization of individuals committed to supporting a shared vision, and that is to create the human body for the cells in our body. Consequently, while every cell is a free living entity, the body's community accommodates the wishes and intention of its central voice, that still voice is within you, that allows you to be a creator, the God, the manifester of your life and your being, that central voice, that key voice that gives you a voice, a character we perceive as the mind and spirit, God, all names that we may give it, like I said earlier in my opening, all names given to the Creator. When the mind perceives that the environment is safe and supportive, the cells are preoccupied with growth and maintenance of the body. When the mind perceives that the environment is safe and supportive, the cells are preoccupied with the growth and maintenance of the body. That's how the body maintains wellness. That's how the body maintains health. That's how you can correct any cellular malfunction that you're thinking in mind. It's all about how you perceive your environment, as we talked about earlier with Bruce Lipton giving us that new information. Now, the world will have you be in a stressful situation thinking that you're not in control of your life. So when you're fighting situations and you're fighting issues and you're trying to forcefully change things, you bring about disharmony in your own body. In stressful situations, cells forgo their normal growth, function, and adapt a defensive protection. The body's energy resources normally used to sustain growth are diverted to systems that provide protection during periods of stress. Simply, growth processes are restricted or suspended in a stress situation. And that's why we should not allow anyone to stress us out. And that's why one of my whole goals and one of the things I truly work with as one of my workshops that I do is called Shifting Out of Chronic Disease Care Stress. Shifting out of chronic disease care stress is important because you have to understand that when you've been in a situation for a long time, it became chronic because you thought about it, you focused on it, and you gave it that vibration and you gave it that life. And so you have to shift yourself out of these stressful situations. While our systems can accommodate periods of acute, brief stress, prolonged or chronic stress is debilitating, for its energy demands interference with the required maintenance of the body, and as a consequence, caused by self-organized breakdown. That's what it is we're having. Nobody is doing it to you. You are the one that puts the food in your mouth. You are the one that thinks the thoughts. You are the one that creates the environment. So you are having a self-organizing breakdown. I am having a self-organizing breakdown. I will be doing it to myself, and you will be doing it to yourself. And that's why it's conscious self-care. You must take care of yourself. It leads to dysfunctions, and we call it cellular malfunctions, not a so-called disease. A disease is man's way of naming what your body is trying to tell you is the most stressful part of the body. Cellular malfunctions, family, community, you can correct. A disease, they can't even correct. You will never be able to correct the disease. You will only be able to maintain whatever they say. You're normal, you're not normal, you're almost there, you're out of there. Let's just leave that whole consciousness behind us, because we create cellular malfunctions because of the stressful situations we put in our lives, because of what we believe in. And now it's time to learn something new. Something that's always been a part of you. You know that you are in control of your own being. So my questions to you, the reader or the listener, is, are you ready to open up to possibilities that you have not been told the full truth, but a half truth about the proper care of the human frame, the human body, and the cause and prevention of diseases, cellular malfunction? So let this new journey begin. Let's start with this new journey now, and let's create the opportunity for a better life. What are your thoughts now? Are you ready for a new understanding in healthcare? Where is it written that you cannot change what you've been told for over 200 years? Family and community, I'm sharing with you that it's time to step up now. In this new day, in this new time, for there is no real time. The only time that we have is now, and the only period is now. And so, I wrote this poem that came to me because I wanted to be able to share this information quickly and accurately, instead of this book that's less than 100 pages. And the new book would be less than 100 pages as well when I update it. But I'm going to share with you this part right here, this poem, Step Up Now. I wanted to write a poem about stepping up out of the dark ages of healthcare, but my mind could not think how to let the words rhyme or the lyrics flow. The human body fluids needs to move like the oceans of the world, fluidity flowing, free of stagnation, blockages, and lack of quality oxygen. The human mind needs to reach its greatest heights and think like an eagle and realize the dream. I wanted to write a poem about stepping up out of the dark ages of healthcare. Or really, is it just disease care and dis-ease care? Nevertheless, community, family, and friends, I say, wake up everybody, time to think a new way. Wake up all the doctors, allopathic and alternative too. Wake up all the practitioners. It's time to practice, to think, to share a new way. The human body needs to be nourished from the greenness of the land. So go live, go green, get healthy, hey, and you will also get lean. I wanted to write a poem about stepping up out of the dark ages of healthcare, but my mind could not think how to let the words rhyme or the lyrics flow. You see, the Pastorian and Darwin's age has now seen its last days. Step up to the future and fly like an eagle as you reach a greater level of wellness today. So I invite you, whoever's listening to this particular broadcast of the Conscious Self Healthcare Hour, come join me on this friendship train as we go for a Harriet Tubman's ride. I'm talking about a ride to freedom from nutricide and pharmacide. And yes, oh yes, that sad, 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 and I do mean sad, standard American diet. Come ride with me as you set your mind free. Shh, now, shh. Let's take that deep, deep breath. And listen here as I whisper in your ear universal truths that you will hold so dear. Because the secret of healthcare are now being revealed about cellular ecology and the new paradigm, informational healthcare. So step up out of the dark ages of disease care and leap into the new revolution of quantum healthcare. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks. Come on, ride with me as we get on board this train of healthcare freedom. You don't need a ticket, you just get on board and let freedom ring. You want to let freedom ring. From the truth twisted with a lie to keep you on that unrighteous train ride. So I implore you to find and take back your righteous thinking. Conscious living through living consciously is the key. You see, I wanted to write a poem about stepping up out of the dark ages of healthcare, but my mind couldn't think how to let the words rhyme or the lyrics flow. So I put the words into a little book, and I called it Step Up Out of the Dark Ages of Healthcare. So get your copy in 2018. It's going to have some new information in it. It's going to help you continue to be on that ride of self-care freedom. So transform your life, transform your health, not by forcing change, but by the renewing of your mind. This one was coming right in 2009 under the name of Khadijah Abdul-Malik. And so, again, family and community, the average person uses more care in selecting grade of gasoline to put into their automobiles than they do for the food they put into their mouth. Change your thinking. Rise in consciousness. Come join me as I share with you information that will inspire you to step up out of the dark ages of healthcare, emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery. Take a deep breath because you can feel the love of self when you release all those fears, false education accepted as reality, and that false evidence appearing real, that information that the doctor shared with you that make you think you have a disease. I have here the history of disease-mongering organization. What's a person to believe? Not the organization that want to make money off of having you fear them. What they do best is invent a disease, convince healthy people that they have this disease through advertising, public relations, patient advocacy, front groups, TV shows, and other propaganda, and even people that feel like, they have to fight a disease, so they're going to claim one and they're going to convince you that you have it too. Then they sell the drugs to as many people as possible through bribery of doctors, more direct to consumer advertising drugs on the television for you to purchase, saying they're going to make you healthy. And what is number 4? That's when they have control. The monopoly market by pressuring the FDA to either ban the import of similar drugs from other countries or censor and outlaw natural foods and supplements that work better. And this is where the conspiracy enters the picture. A conspiracy is a group of people who plot ways to exploit others for their own gain, usually through unethical or legal means. In my opinion, drug companies, executives, the FDA, bureaucrats, disease organizations, and even medical groups are engaged in a loose conspiracy to make as much money as possible promoting and selling harmful drugs to people who do not need them at all, under the excuse of claiming they are helping to cure diseases that don't even exist. It is a conspiracy of profit at the expense of human health, and it is a shame. And that's why you must take responsibility for your health and learn the information that's going to allow you to take better care of the human body. Again, you are this beautiful, big, living cell, and we do not need poisons to help correct our cellular malfunctions, not diseases. Again, I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, founder of the Art of Self-Healing and Self-Help. You can find me on LinkedIn, Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks. You can also find me on Facebook, Karen Davis-Foulks F-O-U-L-K-S. F-O-U-L-K-S. You can join our groups. We would love to have you be a part of our 2018 celebration, because remember, April is Conscious Self-Health Care and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month. April 30th, since 2011, has been Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day. On this day, we honor you, the individual that practice self-care, natural health care. Raise your children to practice and use conscious self-health care techniques and natural foods. And so we want to honor you and your success stories. So connect with me, consciousselfcare.com, CONSCIOUSELF care.com. And you can also go to 4 Cell Life, CELLLIFE.com. Connect with me and join us for our anthology of wellness stories, a book to be released in 2018. And we know that there are so many wellness stories out there that can assist someone. How you bury the thought of diseases, you stop taking those pharmaceuticals, you chose not to have that surgery, you're living a divine holistic lifestyle, you know that you are an energetic being. I want to share your story in our anthology. So you can join the anthology wellness group on Facebook. You can join, you can like our Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day page and Facebook group. And we also have our Cellular Wellness and Lymphatic Wellness group that you can join. Just connect with me. Type in my name, Karen Davis-Foulks, F-O-U-L-K-S. They call me Dr. K because I support you with becoming your own wellness doctor. Don't you think it's time that you become your own wellness doctor? So get ready for 2018, our 8th anniversary of Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day, and to share your wellness story in that book, and share this video with a friend. And thank you so very much for staying tuned and listen to this video and sharing it with a friend. Peace, love, respect to you all, and make it a terrific ending for 2017 and a bright future for 2018 by taking back control of your health care and no longer being a victim to a disease care system. Let them keep that system in place. We need it for catastrophic events. We need it for warfare. We need it when accidents occur, but we don't need it for the daily care of our body. So where I honor doctors for what they do, I honor the individual that takes back control of their health too as well. Thank you. Peace, blessings, harmony, heart-to-heart healthy living. Thank you for tuning in. Have a blessed and peaceful day.